And Sky News understands that Ukraine used British cruise missiles in a significant attack against the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet in the illegally annexed region of Crimea. A Russian sub and a warship were damaged in the pre-dawn barrage on the Sevastopol shipyard, potentially the largest strike against Russian naval assets of this war. Well, let's bring in our security and defence editor, Deborah Haynes, who wrote this story and has more for us now. So, Deborah, is this now confirmed that these were British Storm Shadow missiles that were used?
Well, there hasn't been official confirmation from the Ukrainian side or the British side, but I've spoken to Ukrainian and also some Western sources that say that it was Storm Shadow cruise missiles that the UK gave to Ukraine earlier this year that were used in this strike. Actually, the head of the Ukrainian Air Force all but revealed that this was the case when he put a post on social media on his Telegram channel rather than Twitter. And in that, he said that while the occupants are having a bad time in Sevastopol, let's thank the Air Force of Ukraine for their brilliant job. And it's the Air Force of Ukraine and its Ukrainian aircraft that have been adapted to be able to fire these Storm Shadow cruise missiles with a range of more than 150 miles. And if it is confirmed that that is exactly what happened, then this would be the first time that these missiles have been used, I think, in Crimea against Russian targets there. So it will be interesting to see what kind of reaction comes from the Russian side. They actually did move quite quickly after the attack happened to confirm that the Russian Defense Ministry, that is, that they said 10 cruise missiles were launched against the Sevastopol shipyard, which is where there's a dry dock there where ships and submarines can be repaired. They said that 7 were shot out the sky by air defences, but then obviously that leaves 3 that came through. And images on social media have shown flames going up into the night sky, and it does look as though a submarine had been in that dry dock and had been struck, and also a landing ship. And a Ukrainian military source told the Reuters news agency that a submarine and a landing ship were hit. And the Ukrainian military has confirmed that naval targets and port facilities in Sevastopol were hit. The Russians also said that 24 people were injured in the strike. But this really is a pretty audacious move by Ukraine and really shows the capability they have now to be able to strike targets at range. And just one last thing, the head of the British Royal Navy, Admiral Sir Ben Key, was speaking earlier today at an arms fair in London, and he was asked about the Sevastopol attack. He wasn't asked specifically about Storm Shadow, but he did make the comment about how Ukraine is adapting using innovation and different techniques in order to enhance their capabilities to be able to outmatch Russia, which is what's happened here.